mixed somehow with Louis Kahn, is sort of how we found out where we are. And these giant skies, very much feeling like we're at the edge of the cliff. So what we've done is we've taken this house, we've come right out, we're raked just a tiny bit, and off the back we've removed as many traps as we can so we can light from below, give you that feeling of up from below, being up very high. There's a cyc, and the cyc has a glass sculpture on it. It's sort of a fractured glass vortex, I suppose would be the best way to see it. Explain it. It just kind of breaks the image in a very particular way. It also serves as a framing device for the projections, so that the films can function in different scales. Sometimes they'll be small, sometimes they'll be quite overwhelming. We have the ability to project on almost this entire giant cyc back there. The furniture, Chippendale chairs, an old worn exterior. They've been outside a long time, an old leather chaise that's broken down, and that's it. It's very simple, very beautiful place in which very violent things happen, basically.
The whole idea of the past versus the present, I thought the past, I have this research of like, really kind of, I just feel like the past is something like it has been like sunk, and so I was thinking of the colors would be very, blues, purples, that kind of with some reddish tones and all of that. Most of the people in the past, especially the women, all the dresses are sheer, and they're like they're all ombre. Custom woven chiffon. And with the Minotaur, it's like, how do we not have, figure out not to have stuffed animal on stage,
So, I've been able to do a lot of work certainly in the first workshop, and then that got carried over to the second. So this is very exciting for me because we sort of had a leg up on being able to play with sounds and all that. And sort of in a couple of quick words, the idea of, Emily and I talked a lot about the different periods that occur within the play, the past, the present, and the dead. And so the idea of working with skin and guts and bone always sort of resonated for me. So there's a fair amount of percussion in the score. There's a fair amount of involving the past, a lot of old instruments like dulcimers and percussion involved with that as well. And then and now the idea of a piano, a delicate instrument, but an instrument that can also be smashed. And also the idea of bone is actually related to Ariadne and these bones that she carries around. And the one show and tell, I'll give you, it's just arrived here and it's really exciting. So this is a real ostrich bone that is also a flute. And it's really gorgeous, and it makes a great sound too. So out of her bag of bones, she's going to be pulling this among other kinds of bones that play sound. So Ariadne actually can accompany herself with real bones.